Hello, good afternoon. I've got a piece of hair totally sticking out in a crazy direction. How is everybody this Tuesday afternoon? I'm coming to you live from my Stampin' Studio, home studio here in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So every Tuesday afternoon around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I love to hop on and share some stamping inspiration. It's just my way of getting to share stamping, getting to share what I love with all of you. Whether you're able to come to my live classes or not, or maybe you even live close by but you haven't had a chance to come out, this is a great way for you to still get some stamping inspiration and still see some of the beautiful, beautiful products that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. So I really look forward to it. I can't wait to show you today's project. So let's see. I normally start with some announcements. I know it takes a few minutes for everybody to find the feed and log on. So if you're on, make sure to say hello, because I do like to give a little, just a little random drawing for anybody who comments. It just helps me to feel a little better about sharing my projects and sharing what I do if I know that others are watching or enjoying, or it just helps me feel like it's more interactive. So you'll be entered in a drawing if you comment, and also I love it if you're able to share this video into some of the other, maybe you're in other crafting groups or other social groups. It just helps me to spread some of my stamping happiness. So please feel free to do that as well. So let's see, what's some announcements that I wanted to share? Oh, hi Donna, I'm glad you're on. There's lots going on, so I'm just trying to think of what order to share everything in. Last week's winners, by the way, speaking of commenting and everything. Hi Lindsay, last week's winners were Patty and Maureen. So I'll be sending a little happy mail to each of you. So thank you for participating and enjoying with me. So what should we start with? I've got just a little bit. I haven't unpacked all my boxes. I got a big box of goodies at the end of last week, and so my goal today and tomorrow is to start to unpack them, mostly today, hopefully. I try to take Wednesdays off. And so as I was unpacking, I was like, oh yeah, I bought this new pretty stuff, and I'm kind of excited to show you. I don't even know whether I should show you, because it's products that are pre-order. So what that means is that it's not available for the general public to purchase. It's only available just for us who are part of the Stampin' Up! Family. And so if you're not part of the Stampin' Up! Family yet, that's one of the perks, is you get to see the new product first, you get to order it first. Sometimes we have special secret access to things. So there's a new suite. I think it's a sneak peek of what's coming out in the new catalog. And so they're allowing us to kind of get the suite first, because they're going to allow some early ordering for this suite before the new catalog goes live. So it's exciting. So I thought I would show you, just to tempt those of you who haven't joined the Stampin' Up! Family yet. I would love to have you join my team. We have a really enthusiastic team. We do lots of different interesting things. I literally just finished sending an email to some of my team members now, because we're doing a fun little secret pen pal program. And so, you know, these are just little perks that come along with being a part of my team. I just thought it'd be fun for our team members to send happy mail to each other and kind of keep it a secret. You know, it's like a secret Santa little thing. So things like that are extra special perks for not just being part of the regular Stampin' Up! Family, but also part of my team in particular. So if you haven't joined the Stampin' Up! Family already, it's really easy to do so. All you have to do is get onto my website, genevieve.stampinup.net, click the join button, and you get to pick $165 worth of product, but pay only $135, no tax, no shipping. And like, here's an example of all the stuff you can get that's 106, like, you know, that's valued around 165. Let me see. It's always is kind of crazy to show everything. Can you see everything in there? Punches, ink pads, paper, block, but you can choose whatever you want. So this is just an example of stuff you could put in your $165 starter kit, but you could choose whatever you want. You can choose stuff off the clearance rack if you want, I think even. But just because it's Celebration and only till the end of March, you also get this free little mini paper trimmer. You get a free stamp set of your choice, any value. So this is just an example. You could pick any one free that you want. And then as well, this paper stack. So that's on top of the $165 of product you're picking. This is extra on top of it just because it's a special time of year called Celebration. So I would love to have you join my stamping team, and then one of the perks you'll get, besides kind of the fun we have on our team, is that you'll get a discount, and whatever you want to buy, you can buy it at a discount. So it's awesome. I see Nadine putting lots of hearts, so she knows that it's a great deal. So, and for example, you get to pre-order some of the new stuff that's coming out. So this is the Ornate Gardens Specialty Designer Series paper. So of course it's got flowers. We're getting ready for spring over here. Let's open it up. You guys are gonna be first with me to see some of this pretty paper. Oh, look at this one. Okay, so, oh, this one's cute too. Okay. Oh, it's even foiled on one side. Can you see the shiny foil going on there? Can you see that? I don't know. This is just a little sampling of some of the paper that is available. I like this one with the daisies. See? So it will be available for purchase to the general public starting in April, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But available only for demonstrators to pre-order in March. So if you want to get your hands on it earlier, please, please, please join my team. I would love to have you join. I'd be super excited. And there's a few other things in that suite just to give you a little sneak peek. Some gold jewels, some new stamp sets. And of course, you can never have too many words. So this one is filled with all sorts of things that relate to thank yous. Look at that nice little script there. Okay, so, oh, Lindsay's like, she's been seeing people post it and she had no idea where it came from. That's because it's not in any of the current catalogs. It is, I think, from what I understand, I only read it really quickly. It's going to be in the new catalog coming out in June. But as demonstrators, we get to pre-order it now. I'm pretty sure you can add it to your starter kit if you want. So if you want to do that, I can certainly give you the codes for that. So there's no reason why not to join now, because then you'll be able to access all that early stuff. But otherwise, you can start to buy it in April. I think they're doing an early release of it before the catalog goes live in June. Okay, that's good. So that's one announcement I wanted to share. Maybe the other announcements I can flip over the camera to share, and then I'll dive into the stamping project. And let me know if you have any questions. They can just pop up in the comments and I will take a look at them and hopefully answer them. So if you're just joining in, just remember, don't be shy to comment, don't be shy to share the video, because that's how I get to share my love of stamping and know that you guys are enjoying with me, and I'll be entering you into a drawing. But otherwise, let's see if we can flip this around so that you can kind of see my crafty surface here. Okay, this is always the hardest to get it on the mount. Here we go. I know there's lots of shadows right now, but hopefully I'll be able to get rid of those shadows in a little bit. There we go. Let's see if that helps at all. Oh, I didn't realize. You guys are probably wondering, there was that huge buzz in the background. That was my heater, because it's so cold down here in my craft cave. I always have my heater on, and it doesn't matter that I'm wearing like a sweater and everything. I have like, I don't know how many layers, like 3 layers on, and I've got these fuzzy leggings, and I'm still cold down here. Okay, so let me quickly show you these cards. These are a little sampling of the Beautiful Moments class that I have happening at the end of April. So this is just a little sneak peek of the cards, the that will be making the class, you would actually get to make 2 of every design. There's going to be 4 designs. You'll make 2 of each design, and it includes the Beautiful Moment stamp set. And of course, if you can't come out in person to do it with me in Markham, and these are just in time, I kind of timed it perfectly in case you need cards for Mother's Day or anything like that, you will be covered. So you'll get to make 8 cards in the class, 2 of each design. You'll get the Beautiful Moment stamp set included. And I know some of you have the stamp set already. Do not despair. You just let me know if you want to substitute another stamp set and we can make it happen. Okay, so this is a great class to come to the last Wednesday in April. If you're not able to come, you live too far or the date doesn't work, just take it to go and I'll get all the pieces mailed off to you along with your stamp set so you can just do it at home with your own stamps. Okay, so that is the Beautiful Moments class. Tomorrow is the very last day to register for the Botanical Prints class. Okay, so here's a few samples of what you'll be making in that class. But the best part about it is you will get this amazing medley. Hello, amazing medley. Amazing medley has disappeared. Nope, here it is. You will get this amazing medley of product included in the class. So you get the stamp set, the gorgeous paper. I just talked to someone today who purchased the medley and she says she's hoarding the paper because she likes it so much. Of course, it's double-sided too. It's just very classy. And then ribbon, and then my favorite part of this medley are these cute little copper bees. Can you see them there? So yes, so that's included in the class. Getting this whole medley is included in the class. The medley itself is valued at $118 and the class is only $128. So it's really just $10 so that I can kind of cut the cardstock for you and you'll have everything you need. And it's 12 different projects. Okay, so the deadline to register for that is tomorrow, I believe. So you can either attend in person on March the 25th, and I'll bring everything to the class for you and you can make those 12 projects. I call it sort of like a jumbo class, or a kind of like a stamp camp, because it's 12 different projects. It's really quite intensive. You'll also get the tutorials so that if you don't finish it, you can do it at home, or if you want to make more with the leftover supplies or with other supplies that you have, you'll have all the measurements. You can take it to go, so you get it delivered to your door. Okay, same thing, but because you get all those supplies, you'll be able to do it at home. Any extra card stock, you know, some of the card bases and things, I would cut that for you and include it in the to-go option. And of course, the last option, if you just want to purchase the medley from me, you can contact me directly or head to my online store and I will send you the 12 project tutorials absolutely free. Okay, so that's that class. I just wanted to let you know because that is ending tomorrow. You must RSVP for that. And then in terms of what's ending today, just a reminder, today is the absolute last day to register and get your name on the list for the March Paper Pumpkin box. And I think I always forget to remind you guys to register for Paper Pumpkin, but Paper Pumpkin is such a cool program because inside the kit you get everything you need for the project of the month. So these are the projects from February. See those pretty cards? Okay, and then the colored envelopes. You can see you even get the little embellishments. You get some dimensionals. It's all fantastic. You get a stamp set, ink. This is the Rococo Rose. We're actually using this color today. So this was February's kit. Stampin' Up! Has said that they are going to make sure that the March kit has 2 stamp sets. Normally you get 1 stamp set in your Paper Pumpkin kit. In March you will get 2. So today is the absolute last day to register for that. So just contact me or let me know in the comments you want to get in on that and I'll try to get you in. You have to really get it subscribed today because tomorrow is when they kind of finalize the list of who to send the boxes to. Okay, so that is the last announcement. Okay, so let's do some stamping. That's probably why you guys are here. If you're just joining in, make sure to comment, share the video, and of course, I forgot to tell you guys that this month, the March online ordering special, if you do want to get any supplies or anything like that, you can actually get prepaid paper pumpkin codes on my online store. Just go to genevieve.stampinup.net. Just remember on the shopping cart page to use this host code, because when your order is $50 or more, I will send you the make and take supplies for all the cards that we are doing this month. So it's like getting a free class in the mail simply by placing an order using that host code this month. Where's the card from last week? I think it's here. Here it is. So this is the card from last week. Okay, and so this is one of the cards you'll get cut and prepped for you. The product of the month this month that I'm showcasing all month on the Facebook Lives is the Seriously the Best stamp set. Okay, don't you love the font on that? And then this stamp set does coordinate with, let me get the kit here. It coordinates with the Seriously the Best. I don't know if you guys can hear me when I'm walking across the craft room. It coordinates with the Seriously the Best project kit. So the stamp is meant to be used with the project kit to create these darling cards. Okay, and the kit itself will have these little vellum accents. It'll have the little twine, all that sort of thing. Okay, the little embellishments. So that is all included in the kit. But I thought for this month's product of the month, it would be fun to show how to use this stamp set separate from the kit and other ways you can use this stamp set. So we are going to do that now. I'm going to move this out of the way. And then we are actually going to be using this paper. So this is some brand new paper that was just released as part of the second release Celebration items. So if you're not familiar with Celebration, you really should be because it's almost over. It ends at the end of March. And all it is that there's lots of perks to Celebration. I already told you in the beginning about the starter kit, but the other perk to Celebration is when you shop, every $60 spend will get you a free gift. And so this is one of the free gifts that you can get with your $60 order. So here's an example of the paper. I wanted to give you kind of a close-up on it. Can you see that it's got foil inlaid in it? So it's not double-sided because of the foil inlay, I think. So it's only single-sided, which is very unusual for Stampin' Up. But let me show you all the different designs. So again, this is absolutely free with your order. So you can just head to my online store to shop. It's genevieve.stampinup.net. This is the host code to use. Just make sure your order is over 60 in order to get your Celebration freebie. And if your order is over 50, then you will get, as I mentioned, the March online ordering special, which is the make and takes for all the cards that I've been doing in March. Okay, so sorry, got distracted. Want to make sure that you can see that paper. Hi, Bev. Good to see you hop on. If you're just hopping on, do what Bev did. Say hello, ask questions, because then you'll be entered in a drawing for a small prize. Look at that one. But here's my favorite. Well, I don't know. Are they all my favorite? Hi, Karen. How are you? I think I gave you a call yesterday to see how you were doing out there. This one, see? This one's all and silver. Okay, so yeah, I've been having connection issues. It's so weird. Okay, copper and silver, and then this one is silver. Okay, can you see that? So anyway, we're going to use this paper today. There's other new Celebration stuff, but I don't want to get too bogged down by that. Let me just put this away. Okay. Okay. So I have cut this at 4 inches, okay, and then I'm going to use our little trimmer here, and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. So 4 inches this way, 5 1/4 this way. Okay, yeah, there's lots of, Stampin' Up! Is like famous for their flowers, aren't they? Surprise, surprise, they brought out something with flowers, lots of flowers. Okay, there we go. So we're going to use this on our paper, and then I'm going to use the Rococo Rose, which is one of the in colors. Now this in color I believe is going to carry over into the next Stampin' Up! Year, so we're good, but there are 5 in colors that will not be carrying over. The blueberry bushel, pineapple punch, as far as I know, they're not carrying over. So if you need ink refills for those, now is the time to grab them. Okay, and then we're going to score at 4 1/4. How's everyone doing out there? We've had a burst of mild weather here, so that's very satisfying to me, because I need to get out sometimes a bit. I feel like I need to get out and breathe some fresh air a bit. I've been cooped up inside a lot, and I'm not a big fan of winter at all, so I am really looking forward to getting out a bit. Okay, so we're going to use the Rococo Rose as the base. I'm going to use this pretty paper, and it's funny, Lindsay said people have been coloring it, and I'm going to add some color too, because I felt this white was really kind of stark. So I'm just going to use our sponge brayer. It is available in the catalog, so I think you can just search sponge brayer on my online store. It should come up. And I'm going to use the Rococo Rose ink pad. So I just juiced it up. It might be kind of darker than... You can kind of see that I just juiced it up. Now the thing is, when you're using a brayer, you don't go back and forth like this. You really have to roll the whole thing. Get the whole thing inked up, and then you can color the paper here. I'm just rolling right over it. Can you see that? I'll hold it up a bit so you can kind of see. Okay. And so you're going to want to have a grid paper or some sort of scrap paper underneath you, because you want to go beyond. So that helps you get everything. Okay. Oh, Lindsay, you're so nice. I'm so glad this is some excitement for you on a dreary Tuesday. And you've never used your brayer. You should break it out of the box. When you purchase the brayer, I think it's $11. I think you get 4 sponge heads. So you can kind of, intermix them or whatever. Okay, that's good. Can you see that? So it's not quite so stark white anymore. I could go darker, lighter, but I think that's pretty good. But what I am going to do, I'm going to grab a Kleenex here, and I'm just going to do a bit of a wipe, because the foil bits will sort of resist the ink. If I do a wipe, it'll kind of make the foil pop up a bit more, to be a bit more visible. Okay, but it's pretty good. You can kind of see the silver and the copper there, but I'm just doing a bit of a wipe here. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, so now, actually I'm going to leave this open because we're going to do some stamping. But what I can do is I will put that onto the card. See how it already looks so much better instead of that stark white behind? Okay, so let's see if my snail has anything left in it here. They're starting to run out. And believe it or not, I think snail is back ordered right now. I think it might even be so back ordered it's non-orderable. This might be how whoops, I'll turn it this way, how this virus is affecting businesses, because I think some of the production in China has slowed down, and so I don't know, we're having some back order issues. Okay, so that's good. And then let's use some Whisper White cardstock. Oh, I'm not going to make the mistake. Did you guys watch that episode where I used the back of this as my cardstock? And I was like, why isn't it drying? What's going on? It's because it wasn't Whisper White cardstock. It was like a promotional postcard from my club. Okay, so I love to use scraps. So here we go. We're going to use the scrap. We're going to use the Hello Friend stamp. We're going to use the Rococo Rose. Okay, and we are going to stamp. Okay, where's the dies? We need dies. So I'm going to cut this out. Oh, see how dark it is? It's good to rejuice your ink pads. You get such a crisp, dark color. Okay, so... There we go. I'm using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Okay, Stitched So Sweetly. Here you go. Lots of sweet stitching on these. We've got all these scalloped rectangles. I am actually going to cut it out using this shape. Pretty close there. And I'm also going to use this shape to cut out the Rococo Rose. So let's get our friend the Big Shot over and we'll do that. Okay, so there's actually a different stamp set that coordinates with these dies, but I thought the Hello Friend in the Seriously the Best one worked pretty well with this die. So let me get the Big Shot over. I think we'll do that here. Okay, I'll get this on, and maybe we can cut at the same time. Maybe not. Okay, so I'm just trying to, you kind of have to stamp it first and then put the die because it's a little tight there, so it's good to do that first. If you're just tuning in, I hope you enjoy watching me stamp. I do enjoy stamping and I enjoy sharing it, so don't be shy. Say hello. Let me know if you have stamped before. There we go. Can you see the stitching on that? Love it. Love it. Okay, and then we need the Rococo Rose because I'm going to do the next layer with the Rococo Rose. So I'll just take a little scrap piece here. See if I can find myself a scrap piece that works. I don't know. I keep a lot of scrap pieces. Hold on a minute. What's a good one? Yeah, I think this will fit. You can see I was punching out some flowers with this before. How many of you keep your scrap pieces? I think crafters love to hoard their scrap pieces. But sometimes you just got to say farewell. Or sometimes, you know what's the worst? Is that you'll get beautiful paper and you won't cut it. You won't use it because it's too beautiful. But I definitely feel you need to cut it and use it. That's what makes it even more gorgeous, when you can cut it and use it, give it to somebody. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this project that I'm making now is going to be one of the make and takes that you'll get when you place your order in March using the host code. Okay, so let's stick that on there. Okay. See, it works pretty well together, these two stitched shapes. Good thing they're in the same set, eh? Okay, can you see how that's coming together? We will use, I can't resist going with the coordinating product, so I'm going to use a bit of this linen ribbon here. I'll do a little cut. Now I did find, I don't know whether it was just a fluke this time, I tried to use my snail on here, but it didn't. Okay, this one seems to be, see, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be adhering to this paper so fantastically. It's like the foil almost resists the snail as well. So what I did is I used my tear and tape adhesive, and so maybe there's kind of like a different finish or something like that. So instead I used my tear and tape and put it across and use that. I don't know if you guys have any other ideas or suggestions. And I had to kind of push really, what I do is really push down on this waxy piece to try and get it stuck on there. And then this is the hardest part. You can just start talking amongst yourselves while I try to get the backing off. Oh, any luck here? Yep. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. Okay, because there's nothing worse than not being able to get it off when you're trying to film it. Okay, and then we will put this extra layer. Are you guys still with me there? I know I've been having connection issues for some reason today. We'll do the dimensionals and pop that up. Okay, so you could do any color, like you could brayer it any color. So I just chose the Rococo Rose because I was kind of feeling in a pinky mood today. And plus I had all the coordinating embellishments, the ribbon and these little faceted gems. So let's put a couple of the faceted gems on here. See? It just finishes it when you put a little bit of coordinating embellishment. You see that? Okay, so that's it. That's our project for today, using the product of the month, the Seriously the Best stamp set. So make sure if you do end up shopping and you're going to get these pieces in the mail, pick up this stamp set as well, and then all the pieces will fit, perfectly in there. Okay, so see how I used that same sweetly stitched die, right? I used it on this card and I used it on this card, but totally different look. It actually even looks a different size, but it's not the different size. It just looks totally different when it's a different color, right? Thanks for tuning in. So thanks, Robbie. Thank you. So make sure that you pop in next week, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Next week, Tuesday, 2 p.m. You know what? It's March break. I can't promise I'll be here. Okay. It depends what I'm doing with the kids because my husband is, let me flip it around so that I can talk to you better. So next week, let's flip this baby around. So next week is March break over here. I know not all provinces have March break, but over here in Ontario, we have a week off. The kids are off for a week of school. And since my husband's a school principal, he's off as well. But for the past few years, it's been almost 8 years, I think, he's pretty much quite regularly gone down to Central America to do some service work. So when he goes down there, I try to lay low, hang out with the kids. So I did initially count in my calendar that there would be 5 Tuesdays. And so I thought there would be 5 projects. So I'm hoping to hop on next week, Tuesday as well, and share a project. So I'm like 90% sure, but sometimes we can be a bit flexible with my kids and we might suddenly decide to go downtown and have lunch or go downtown and go to the museum or something. We're members at the Royal Ontario Museum, so we might go there or whatever. So if we do go out, I will post to say that I won't be here, but pretty much I'm usually here on Tuesdays at 2. So then you can stay tuned to see what the next project is using the Seriously the Best stamp set. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the project today. I enjoyed stamping with you, and I'll look forward to chatting with you again. Bye for now.